My name is Lea Ann Hanseth. I'm the VP and manager of the commercial department, and I've been with Guarantee for almost 2 years now. My dad introduced me into the industry in '95. He sold real estate, so he actually did his closings with First Title. So he got me into the business. So I've been in the business since '95. I started, of course, with First Title in '95, and then I worked for a title company in Wichita, and I also worked for a title company when I was at Fort Hood. In the commercial department, I do some closings. I have some customers that I like to close for. I help with problems with the other closers. If there's something that we need to solve, we work together to do that. New orders come in and I'll assign them to the different closers. We go to a monthly luncheon and try to outreach at that point. We do try to go out and meet other brokers and get their business. We sponsor different events. I love closing. That's the best part of my job. I love growing people. I love hiring people and then watching them grow in the business. I think that brings me a lot of joy. We do have quite a bit of experience here. We are trying to build more experience with some younger people, have them gain more knowledge in the industry. I think it's great that we have the intern program because I think kids don't know about this type of business. I mean, it's not something that you go to school for to learn to do. We get in here and we learn to do it. So I think that's awesome that we do offer that program. But I would say if you get in here, you can be almost anything that you would want to be. So when the ones do retire, they'll be ready to step up and we'll be able to handle anything that comes our way. We can close anything from your local business to wind farms. We do wind farms all over. We do solar projects now. And we can close anywhere for you in the U.S. that you would like to close. We can handle small projects and big projects. The wind projects have been really interesting to learn about. I had never done those before I came here. So the wind and the solar projects have been interesting to see the time and just the work that goes into those to get them completed. I mean, it's like several years before they come to completion. There are different landowners, so you have to, and the deal is since we're still abstracting, that is a hard deal. You have to find all of those abstracts, bring all of them up to date again, have each one read. So thank goodness for digital abstracting. That's helped a lot. So digital abstracting is where after the abstractor has compiled the abstract, they send it to us via email, and then one of our title attorneys can just flip through it on their computer and everything's right there. And then when we go to type the commitment, our typists, we can even hyperlink the documents. So when you go to open up a deed or an exception, you can just click on that document and it pops right up for you. Instead of having to print something out and see it, it's right there for you at your fingertips. I believe that with the digital abstracts, that is definitely a thing of the future. I think it's easier to look at than to have to go flip through a big, huge abstract. I mean, some of those things are like monsters. Allfirst definitely tries to stay on top of everything out there that is most modern and have it there at our fingertips for us. And that is one thing that it makes your job a lot easier. If you have it there, you can do your job and you can do it faster and more efficient. And it's like I tell my team, it's not what you put out, it's the quality that you put out, and you want to be the best. Born and raised here. The best thing about this job is when you do drive by something and you know that your company has closed that, it's just like, oh wow, look, hey, we closed that deal. So it does bring a lot of pride and accomplishment. You do have to have a work family life balance. I will say that Guarantee's very good about that. They do want you to have that balance. So, and as a closer, you do have to learn how to balance that. It's very important that you do balance it. Outside of work, I have a grandson, so we spend a lot of time with him. So that's where a lot of my outside time goes, to him. He's only 4, so he likes to go camping, and we have an RV, so we take him camping with us when we go. I love to be outdoors. I prefer the sand and the sun more than anything. My dad, when I was little, would take us to the beach, so I'm a beach girl. With this kind of work, you have an opportunity to grow. You have the opportunity to learn. If you take that opportunity, you can move mountains with that. But it is up to the individual person. The benefits are awesome here. I would say the opportunities here are better than the other companies that I've worked for. A couple of the companies were family companies, so there was no opportunity to move up and grow anywhere. You're just kind of in the position you're in. So, like I said, here, if you want to learn, you can definitely grow. I think with All First, the opportunities are endless.